All right, guys, we got ourselves a new update regarding one of the two stars, Brett Cooper and Candace Owens, who recently were pushed out of the Daily Wire. One of them reportedly left, Brett Cooper. The other one was just downright let go, parted ways, whatever you want to call it. But we have a new update regarding Candace Owens. First off, she's had one heck of a year. 2025, she's been on fire. Last 6 months, she's been on fire. Obviously, she's always been big. She's always had a huge following. But I just feel like not only is she a lot more relevant now, but I feel like a lot of people are starting to navigate to her and they appreciate her honesty. She's just completely downright honest about how she feels, makes good content, does good research. And I think people are flocking to that. And you could directly see it in the views. You can see right here with this tweet right here. In the wake of Candace Owens' fallout with the Daily Wire, Owens has surpassed Ben Shapiro in monthly views. Shapiro has lost over 25% of his monthly views, and Candace Owens has increased her view count by roughly 10% since last month. And then you can kind of see the chart right here. You can see Ben Shapiro. Looks like his views are down 26% in the month of February. Remember, this is month to month. Both of them get an insane amount of views, don't get me wrong. But Candace Owens is smoking him, and I'm going to tell you why that's interesting and paints the broader narrative of independent media is killing the mainstream media. Now, I'm not saying Daily Wire is mainstream, but they definitely try to be. Daily Wire is like an actual network. People pay money to subscribe to the Daily Wire, and they get access to all of the content of the personalities that are on the Daily Wire. Very similar to, we might remember CNN had like a subscription thing that failed. I think some of the other news channels did as well. But either way, Daily Wire is basically a network. They try to act like they're not. They try to act like they're so different, but that's basically what they are. And remember, Ben Shapiro has a machine behind him. He has his co-founder, owner, whatever, Jeremy Boring, pumping money into his production. He's probably got all the nicest cameras, editors, all that different stuff. It's so much harder to get views and run a platform when you're doing it all on your own. Candace Owens is independent. Candace Owens is filming from her house or whatever. And Ben Shapiro's got all this studio stuff or whatever, equipment, all that stuff, all these resources. And Candace Owens is smoking him, further showing and proving the mistake that they made by basically parting ways with her. Same thing with Brett Cooper. They had two mega social media stars on their network, Candace Owens and Brett Cooper. They let both of them go. Their new biggest star, I would argue, is Ben Shapiro. Some people might argue it might be other people. That's fine. I think it's Ben Shapiro. He is not getting nowhere near the views that Candace Owens is getting monthly, and his viewership is on the decline, while Candace Owens is going up. So I wanted to point out another comment too that I saw. So this guy here said, is actually worse than that. Monthly views, in Ben's case, now come from his old videos that are in the YouTube algorithm. But check last few months of new videos, and you will see Ben's videos are usually around 2 to 300K from millions in the past. Candace Owens' new videos, with half the amount of subs, are in millions. So each of her new video is performing at least 5-1 compared to Ben's. His pro-genocide agenda is leaving ugly smell everywhere he goes. So yes, obviously Ben is very biased, and I would agree with that. I think Ben's stance on Israel has significantly hurt his viewership. I'm not going to say his brand or anything like that, but I do think that the way that he's gone these days has hurt his viewership. And the other interesting thing too, this goes back to the video that I posted about Ben Shapiro yesterday. I think the main difference between those two is Ben Shapiro, to me, is such an obvious grifter. Maybe some people disagree. That's fine. I don't care. To me, he's such an obvious grifter. He's like a lot of these other people on social media. Wherever the tide shifts, that's where they swing so they can continue to stay relevant. They kind of want to stick to whatever they believe the popular opinion is. Candace Owens, on the other hand, doesn't care about any of that. She posts how she actually, truly feels, and she's very convincing in her viewpoints. And typically a lot of the things that she agrees with definitely make a lot of sense. And people like that. That's just what it is. Now, for those that don't remember, Candace Owens left the Daily Wire. I'll find a tweet right here. Candace Owens left the Daily Wire back in 2024, or, parted ways, whatever happened. Jeremy Boring made this tweet back in March of 2024. Daily Wire and Candace Owens have ended their relationship. And then after that, Candace Owens tweeted, "The rumors are true. I am finally free. If you would like to support my work, you can head to CandaceOwens.com where you'll be directed to my locals page." Blah, blah, blah. She ends up kicking off her YouTube channel. Her YouTube channel is huge now. She gets a crap ton of views. Like I said, killing it. And that actually brings me to another thing that we have to laugh about. I have not checked out the comment section, also owned by the Daily Wire, in a long time. And by a long time, I mean a week or two. I recently went to there, and it continues to get worse, folks. At one point, she was struggling to get 30K views, and then she got to a point where her videos were only getting 20K views. The viewership has collapsed so much. It's almost it's like a YouTuber, a small YouTuber could get the views that she's getting. I've seen it. I've seen plenty of smaller YouTubers that don't have 3.91 million subscribers get this amount of views. It's scary how far this channel has declined since Brett Cooper left. So not too long ago, she was getting, as you can see here, 26K, 36K, 33K, 38K, 28K. She was in the 20s and 30s in terms of 1,000 views, right? 20,000 views, 30,000 views. And that's still terrible for a channel with 3.9 million subscribers. But a lot of people who support her wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. They're like, hey, give her some time. She's getting it together. Well, folks, the longer we give it more time, the worse it gets. Because if you just look at a week ago, now it's gotten to the point right here, 8 days ago, 7 days ago, 6 days ago, she can't even get 20K views anymore. Now you can see these videos, 17,000 views, 18,000 views, 18,000 views, 19,000 views. Her channel is just absolutely collapsing. I've said this in plenty of my other videos. I don't know how she hasn't been replaced yet. She's clearly not performing. You compare that to the Brett Cooper show, massive difference. Only 1.4 million subscribers. And you could clearly see getting way more views, as you can see. So, yeah, huge L by the Daily Wire. Huge boost for both Brett Cooper and Candace Owens, who are doing quite well since they left the Daily Wire. The Daily Wire had a powerhouse of talent, I would argue, with having both of those women on their network. And the fact that you let them go and they go on to be as successful as they are, that's not good for you as a company. That to me signals a company that eventually is going to decline significantly. You can't let your best talent leave and think that you're going to be okay. And now they're just killing it. And also you're losing that viewership that you had of people subscribing to the Daily Wire because they wanted to watch them. They've left because they're like, hey, they're not with you anymore. So I'm just going to follow them and subscribe to their locals and their, premium subscription or whatever it's called. So yeah, just a very interesting situation with this Daily Wire saga. And yeah, just wanted to cover that. So as always, thank you guys so much for being here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.